Hey, what's up? What's up? Thanks for coming to see me today, everybody. Um, I'm happy that I'm doing this review today. My last review that I did, which was, what was that? Bois de Vetiver by Karl Lagerfeld. In that review, I ask everyone to pick my next review that I'm going to do, and it was between this Intense Cafe Eau de Parfum by Montale and two other ones, and I got more votes for this one, um, and I was sort of glad that I did in a way because I've been wanting to do a review on this for a while. Um, I used to think that floral fragrances and rose, especially fragrances, were for women. They were made for women, for women. I've changed my mind about a lot of stuff over the last few years, and I've actually changed my mind a lot about fragrances, especially in the last month. I've been really getting into a lot of floral fragrances lately that are feminine, that actually aren't really feminine. I have my own idea of what a feminine fragrance is, and there's a lot of floral fragrances that are marketed towards women that I think are for women and men. But rose is becoming one of my all-time favorite floral notes, along with freesia and jasmine. Um, and one of my really good friends in Facebook land, her name is Eve Dirac, sent me some rose fragrances a week or two ago, and I've been dabbling into them, and I'm absolutely mesmerized with some of them. But this one, the Intense Cafe, I think she actually sent me this also, but a long time ago, like, 5 or 6 months ago. I think she sent me a little or sample haul, and I think this is one of hers too. Um, but let's get on with this review. Intense Cafe come out in 2013, by Montale. This is a Eau de Parfum. The perfumer is Montale himself, Pierre Montale. The notes to this are floral notes, rose, coffee, vanilla, amber, and white musk. I'll tell you what I get from this. By the way, this is a 3 ml bottle, I believe, and I've went through about a mil and a half, I guess, something like that. So I've been wearing it quite a few times, but I still have a little bit left for a few more wearings, which I'm glad I do have a little bit more. Um, but I'll tell you what I get from this. In the very opening, in the initial opening, I get a floral bouquet and a rose. And within 10 minutes, the floral bouquet sort of dissipates, and I'm left with a beautiful, organic, realistic, fresh rose. And I'm not kidding, it smells exactly like I'm holding a fresh picked red rose up to my nose and smelling it. That's how realistic this fragrance is. Um, and this fragrance is dominated by that organic, beautiful red rose for an hour and a half. And then slowly, very, very slowly, the coffee note comes in, but it's not like a black cup of coffee or anything like that. It's more like it's a vanilla cappuccino comes in. The rose never does go away, it stays the same, very dominant, but the vanilla cappuccino starts coming in, and it mixes with that beautiful rose, and it's such a beautiful fragrance. Rose and that vanilla cappuccino note combine, and it makes me feel good. It's such a beautiful fragrance. I do not get any white musk whatsoever, so that never comes into play. This is a rose dominant fragrance. Even though the vanilla cappuccino does come in, it's not equal to the rose. It's sort of a little bit down. It's sort of a little bit in the background. But it's such a beautiful combination. The things that I like about this fragrance, every time I do a review, I've been doing pluses and negatives about the fragrance. The things I love about the fragrance and the things I do not like about the fragrance. The things I like about this fragrance is the realistic. It's so realistic. It's so organic. The quality is very superior to most fragrances that I have in my entire collection. The blending is exceptional. The choice of notes, the combination of notes, the beautiful red rose and the vanilla cappuccino is perfect. The performance on this is exceptional also. I'm getting 9+ hours on this. I still want to get to know this a little bit more, to really get to know it and see how the performance is going to be this coming winter. I think this fragrance is going to shine this winter because it is an eau de parfum and it is on the thick, sweeter side. So I think this is going to shine this winter. But everything is like a 9 or a 10 on this fragrance. And I was sitting here trying to think of the things that I do not like about this fragrance, the negative things. And I couldn't think of anything. There's nothing even remotely negative that I could say about this fragrance. Other than maybe the name is a little bit misleading, the Intense Café. Even though I do get that vanilla cappuccino, it's not really intense. It's more in the background, and that beautiful rose is in the forefront. But that's the only thing that I can say negative about this fragrance. If I had to rate this fragrance, it would be a 9, a solid 9, without a doubt, because it's just so realistic and it's so beautiful and it makes me feel happy. That's one reason that I love fragrances so much, is because not just the way they smell, but how they make me feel. And this makes me feel extremely comforted. It makes me feel happy. It's a happy, comforting fragrance. And I think that's one of the main reasons I like about this. But anyway, and another thing, the price point to this, Montale could easily double the price of this, and I think they could still sell it with no problem. But the price point is another. I consider it in the middle. I don't consider it an inexpensive fragrance, and I don't consider it a expensive fragrance. I think it's sort of in the middle. I have fragrances from $5 to $350. 100 ml tester of this is $73 as of now. 100 ml regular bottle with presentation and box and everything is $80. So I think the price point is exceptional also. But I give this a solid 9. Without a doubt, highly recommend this. So if you want a good rose, if you want to get into rose, I highly suggest that you get this one, because this is a beauty. But anyway, that's it for my review, and I will leave the link to where you can get this in the description if you want to check it out. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.